Howdy friends, hopped up on caffeine, ready to go. Drink up me hearty. Yo-ho. Alright, so down here to sprite position. So I'm gonna throw that word in here just because I think it's safer to do that when you do this. Am I saying anything intelligent? So scan. I think that just scans for user input so you can get out of whatever you're stuck doing easier when you feel the call. So oh yeah, I remember what I was going to do for this video. We're going to move the stars. Wahaha! Sounds so epic, doesn't it? Now, once again, this will depend on the different cycles. So we have star cycle 1 and we have star cycle 2. One thing I'd like to point out is that there's not much difference between how do I put this so you'll understand? Star cycles 1 and 3, when it's in those phases, phase 1 or 3, they're similar because you have your two sprites that form the background. You have both of them, so you can handle both of them at once. So that being said, let's get started. Start with layer 1, and for that, just go through all the cycles. Star cycle equals 0, then we'll do some craziness, and then end that if. I'm just going to go down here, and oops, this is 1. Star cycle 1 is equal to 1, then, wait, I was going to do 1 or 3, wasn't I? Or star cycle 1 is equal to 3, then do some more craziness, and that if. Finally, if star cycle 1 equals what I leave out, 2, then do even more craziness. And if you want to go far in life, like I said before, come up with smarter nomenclature so people can follow you better and think you're smart, unlike me. And so now let's go in here and fill in what the quote-unquote craziness is. And basically we were using the variables star y, and then either the number 0 or 1 to keep track of which sprite we're talking about. So let's just start with 1, then do both for this one, and then just do 1, the second one for that. So star y 0 is equal to what it was before plus any speed that we're at, and I'm calling speed throttle. Excuse me. And let's see, what else do we need to do for this movement here? Well, we actually have to update the sprite position. So sprite xy, and the sprite is called star 0, and then, well, 1, because that's where it is in the x position, and it never changes. And star y 0. And that's all she wrote on that. We don't need to draw the sprites because once again, when it returns from all this nonsense, it comes back up to where it was in the main loop here, where's the main loop? Here's the main loop. It comes back up here and then continues through all this nonsense and draw sprites. So we only need to do that once per cycle, once every 56 milliseconds. Okay, where was I? Oh, I hate long blocks of code. I get lost so easy. Here we go. So that's that for that. Now, When star cycle 1 is at 1 or 3, then we're moving both of the stars. Remember that case where we have to cross a seam between the two? So star Y, I'm just going to copy and paste from the line above. Dooby-dooby-doo. And I'm going to paste that twice because I'm lazy, and let's change this to a 1. And then I'm also going to copy this line because I'm lazy, and that's what programmers do. Be lazy, drink coffee, eat cereal. And change this to a 1 and this to a 1. Or we need both, right? Okay. And then it should be pretty easy for this next one. Just copy and paste this whole shebang and change all these zeros to a 1. I hope you're following. I know this can be kind of confusing the way I do things sometimes, but you know, draw yourself a little picture, like I always say. It'll all make sense, right? So, that's layer 1. Now, we go on to layer 2. And do I really need to go over this all again? No. I'm going to copy and paste and change key numbers. Numbers like, where am I? Star cycle 1 becomes star cycle 2. Star Y0 becomes star Y2, and star 0 becomes star 2, and you know, go along and change all those things. Star 1 becomes star 3, and that's the stuff you need to change. And that's all you need to know. Let me pause here, fix this stuff up, and then test it and see if it works. Note to self, edit out that previous pause. Okay, we're back. And I made all those numerical changes, and hopefully I did not make any mistakes. It's easy to do. I guess we'll just test it here. I don't know if I forgot anything. We got our 2 layers, and everything's generated up here. Everything's updated, blah, blah, blah. I don't think there should be any issues. Let's try it. And I'm going to hit W to increase throttle. Nothing is happening. Time to troubleshoot. I solved it. On a humorous note, well, humorous maybe for you, but not for me at the time anyway. In a year, we'll be laughing about it. I thought I had found a potential fix, and I think it commented out these 2 lines, but these are actually necessary lines, unlike my thought processes told me. And so these sprites no longer existed because I hadn't added them at that point, and so when the program, Just Basic, tries to do something with a sprite that doesn't exist, it crashes. And funny thing is I hadn't saved it, so all that stuff that I had just recorded, I recorded it, but I lost the code, so I had to go back and redo that. So, moral of the story is always click Save, Control S, before hitting play or run. Control S before Shift F5. So, I did actually solve the problem eventually. And so what I did, here's a little bit of programming valor for you. Sometimes it's a good idea to comment out no main win and print stuff to see if you're making it into a certain loop or if a certain variable is being updated. And my first clue was way down here, when the hero moves, here it is, hero move. When throttle does go up, the hero, the sprite image of hero changes to when he's thrusting. So, take a look at this. I'm hitting W, that image isn't changing. So, that gave me the clue that throttle isn't being updated. So where does throttle get updated? In key check. So either it wasn't making it to key check, or it wasn't wasn't ever becoming true, this condition. So comment out no main win, so you get a main window. Where did I put no main win? Up there. So you get a main window, and then what you do is you go back to where you think the issue is happening, and I did print key to make sure it's actually making it there. And then at the end, if it does make it there, I do print throttle to see if it's changing. So let's see what happens. Hitting W, nothing's happening. Oh, jeepers, what's going on here? Well, we're not making it to here. So maybe I had a typo up when I said when character input go here. No, that should be right. Light bulb. Okay. So I'm hitting W, nothing's happening. I click in the window. Now I'm hitting W. Look at that. Oh, our stars are moving and our throttle is going up to, like, every time I click W, it goes up. Click it again, goes down. Click S. W goes up, S goes down. And it's telling us what key is being pressed too. And our stars are moving. Hey, I solved the problem just by clicking in the window. Remember way back when I first told you how to do this, I said, oh, nothing's going to happen unless the window's activated. So how do you do that? Print number 1, set focus. And so that's like, what's an example? Say some window's open. Alright, this is my activated window. See how it's highlighted here, and this one's a little bit more pale? This one's activated. For some reason, you actually have to explicitly tell it. It's not assumed. So now, when I run it, it's automatically, I don't have to click in order for it to be activated. I can just hit my W and the throttle will go up and the stars will move. So, little debugging action for you. And I won't include all the debugging for you because it's a time eater, I'll tell you. Ta-da! That was fun. I know this video is a little bit longer, but hey, that's how programming goes sometimes. So stay tuned for more awesomeness, and things are going to get pretty interesting pretty fast. As this thing grows in length, I'm going to get more and more confused, and it'll be more and more epic, and hopefully you guys will get something out of it.